in the world where the commercial banks have the very profit orientation, when it comes to sustainability, community orientation, financial inclusion, cooperative banks are playing an important role. Cooperative banks at the end of the day have a very strong complementary role vis-a-vis commercial banks. Local banks or regional banks, there are many initiatives in the world, and there are two types. One is the banks which are located in a local area, like a rural area, to serve the clients who are residing there, including the individuals and the companies. Now, of course, when we are talking about the cooperative banks, one of the main characteristics is this mutual ownership, mutuality, and the community focus rather than profit-oriented or profit maximization of the normal commercial banks. In this sense that there are few examples all over the world, including Japan, where I'm coming from, UK, Germany, and Poland. In case of UK, unfortunately, in the recent financial crisis, made the question of the corporate governance, which made them demutualized, in a sense that these cooperative banks or former cooperative banks becoming the publicly traded banks. So the dynamics has changed. However, in the context of the European Union, financial inclusion is one of the main characteristics or main strategy of the European Union. So the rural communities who are usually underserved in the financial services are served by those cooperative banks. So in this sense, when in the world where the commercial banks have the very profit orientation, when it comes to sustainability, community orientation, financial inclusion, cooperative banks are playing an important role. And this is precisely the reason why United Nations have designated 2025 as a year of cooperative banking. The difference between a developed and an emerging market, well, first of all, differentiating an emerging market from developing or developed market is a bit difficult to say, because Poland, for some indicators, are still considered emerging market, while for others, like capital market index, we are the advanced market. So it's difficult to say. However, one of the things is when there is an emerging economy, cities develop faster than the rural area. So that there is this concept of left behind regions, and the communities require the financial assistance, and the cooperative banks play a huge role in these regions behind as well in the emerging market. When it comes to the developed market, this is also the financial inclusion is a fundamental core value of the state itself. And when it comes to sustainability, of course, in financial inclusion, equal opportunity, there are many kind of values where the cooperatives can provide. And of course, another interesting area is fishery, forestry, agriculture, and those things require investment, as well as investment towards a green transition. And of course, in order to make those production and the industries more sustainable, you need better credit. And because of the nature of the risk of those communities, commercial banks may have to hire the higher charge and a higher interest, and that is contrary to the spirit of the community development. So cooperative banks at the end of the day have a very strong complementary role vis-a-vis commercial banks, and these dynamics are very similar whether it is an emerging market or developed markets.